Hello, hope you had a great weekend. Now it's Sunday night, but I'm still excited to talk about my childhood story for this week's speech. And the story I'm going to talk about is about my dream when I was a kid. So I always want to be a teacher when I was a kid. I think there are several reasons that I had that dream. The first one is my grandma and my aunt. They are all teachers. So I grew up in the family that has a lot of teachers. Then, and from my dad told me the story when I went to the kindergarten. Every day when I got off from kindergarten and got home, I always spent some time playing with my dad. I just played as a teacher in the kindergarten. So I taught my dad everything I learned from the kindergarten every day. And my dad, he's very patient. He likes playing that game with me. And I was very energetic and very outgoing when I was a kid, even though I'm a little bit different, not that outgoing right now. And the other story about my about I always want to be a teacher is because I'm the only child in my family. But I grew up with my cousin who is only 9 months younger than me. We grew up together. We played together all the time. So when we play together, I always be the teacher. And at my home, I even have a board, a blackboard, and some chalks, and I always write down something on the blackboard and teach my cousin things. I always say I want to be a teacher and she's the student, and we always play that game. But I feel like I should sometimes let my cousin be the teacher and I be the student. But maybe because I'm always the student and I want to be the teacher. But right now I'm not a teacher. I work at an advertising agency. I'm doing marketing stuff, but I really like it. I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about it. But the reasons I think I am not that close to my dream is because after I graduated from high school, I went to a medical school for my bachelor degree. No, I mean for my for college. That's because I didn't do that well in the exam and didn't go to the college to study education or to be a teacher. That's one of the reasons. But I think it's still possible for me if I still want to be a teacher, because you never know what will happen in your life in the future in 5 or 10 years. But I know it's very different here in the United States or back in China to be a teacher. I'm not familiar with here, but in China, if you want to be a teacher, usually people have a background of education, then they have to have some certificates of language, of the subjects you're going to teach. Usually people have that, and if you want to get those certificates, or the if you don't have that background, you still want to be a teacher, there are some courses you can take, and I can still be the teacher, I guess. But for right now, I'm very happy about my job right now, but being a teacher is always the dream in my heart. And I don't know, maybe I will be a teacher one day in the future. So so that's my dream, and I hope you enjoy my speech, and see you next week. And if you have any comments and any advice and suggestion about my speech, please let me know. Thank you.